We are going to develop this game in this video. So this is made with Love2D. If you are looking to pursue your career in game development, I think this video might help you. So we are going to touch some concepts like loops, arrays, and we are going to randomly place these mines of this field. We are going to create this field with loops, and we are going to calculate these numbers and place it around the mines. And when I click somewhere, so it is going to reveal all the blanks along with the border numbers. So let's try to finish this game. I'll place the flags and let's see what happens. Okay, so I hope you know this game. If not, let me explain. So if you see this number 1, around this box we have 8 boxes. In 8 boxes, it has only one mine. So if you see this one, number 2, around 8 boxes, it has 2 mines. So one we already have here, so we have 3 more boxes, and we have to guess which box has the mine and place the flag. So here we already have, here we have 2, so we might get one mine in either of these 2 boxes. I will try on the other corner. Okay, so okay, I'm doing little. I lost again. So now you got the picture, right? Now this guy, when the game is over, when we lost, this is the expression he put. So we're going to add the frames, we're going to add the images, and let's see how it is done. Okay, so let me copy this one. I keep forgetting the color code. Okay, I have already copied. Okay, fine. So I'm providing the source code for free, as this is for educational purposes. You can visit this website and you can get this source code for free. And this game was developed in Construct 3 actually. So we have 2 source code within the same page. So you can get both source code, which is one Construct 3 and the other is Love2D from this page. So before we start developing, you will have to install Love2D. Okay, visit this website. Here you have the option to download Love2D for your respective operating systems. And once you install it, in search, if you open this app, you will see this screen, which means that it is already installed on your PC. And also make sure you're going to add the Love2D path to the environment variables. So come here, go to path, click new. Sorry, one moment. Okay, double click it, then you'll have to add it something like this. So once you add it, then if you go to command prompt and when you type love doubles hyphen version, so you'll have to see this one. It will show you which version you're using. So once that is done, you will be able to start coding and start developing games. So open your favorite text editor. I generally use VS Code. Let me open a new folder. Okay, so for Love2D, we have a little specific format. If I go to the website, you can check the documentation. So if you want to print anything, if you want to show some text, you will have to use love.graphics.print. And if you want to load any images, so this is how you load the images. If you want to show the image, render that image on the screen, then you'll have to use this one. If you want to play some audio, you'll have to use this one. So we're not going to add any sound or music in this video, but we are going to use these things and we'll see how to develop the game. To better learn this game engine, you can go to this documentation and you can see there are few items provided. So if you go to system or if you go to config or something, so in system you can see how to get these things. If I go to image and I can see how to render the image, etc. So you can follow this documentation, so it's very useful. Okay, let's start the development now. I will create a new file called main.lua. Okay, and I'm going to create a folder to save our assets, all our images. So let me go to the folder where I have all the images and I'll paste it in that folder. Okay, Love2D, yep, these things. Okay, I have pasted them here, so I'll close this folder now. Okay, you can see all these images were added here. If I come to this website, you can see there is a function to print a text. So let's do that first and see what happens. Go to the terminal, create a new terminal and just type love dot, and it will open the window and you can see hello world. So this is how you're going to print the text. So let's create the frames now. So I would like to have total 15 rows and 10 columns. So let's create rows equal to 15 and columns equal to 10. Okay, and now I'll create one more function called love.load. So here I'm going to add this image, which is frame, and we are going to render that. So for that, let's create one more variable called frame image. Now frame image is equal to love dot graphics dot new image dot, what is the name, frame dot png. So I can see that in the website. If I go to love dot graphics, you can find image, and in the image you can see new image. Okay, so this is how we are going to do. So instead of printing hello world, let's draw frame image and let's see how it looks like. Okay, sorry, this is JavaScript syntax. I keep forgetting. I'm a JavaScript developer, so Lua is the first time. This is the first time I'm trying Lua, so I keep forgetting the syntax of Lua sometimes. Okay, frame.png. Okay, sorry, my mistake. So this should be assets slash frames.png. Okay, now you see the frame is rendered, right? So now we are going to render this in 15 columns and 10 columns and 15 rows. So for that, let's create a array called grid. Okay, now I will create a function called init grid. For I is equal to, yes, I is equal to 1 and rows, then grid will be I equal to, so we'll have to do this one. We'll have to define each row in the table, whereas in JavaScript we need not to do that because arrays are dynamic. Here we'll have to do it. So for every row we'll have to keep adding uh, a new row in the table. So once you add that, then we will do j equal to 1. So the first loop is for the rows and the second loop is for the columns. Okay, now at this position, grid of I and grid of j, so any value is fine. I'll just put it to 0. We just want to create the grid so that we can use that grid when we render the frames. Okay, so once we load this image, I'm going to call this function. So at the beginning itself we have to call this function. So here when I draw the frame, so in the graphics, if I go to draw, yeah, so if I go to draw, here we'll see the first number is x-axis and the second number is y-axis, r is rotation, and yes, x is scale of x, like horizontally, and y is scale of in the vertical manner. So this is all we need. So when we draw the function, like when we need to put the frames on the screen, we'll have to loop it because we have a grid and we'll have to loop through to create the frames. So for example, so let's create the loop for I equal to 1 rows and for j equal to I, so which is y-axis, and I'm going to call x, so the x position. Okay, and I want to set a value of size of a cell, so I want to have the cell size to 45. Okay, now x equal to x plus cell size, y equal to y plus cell size, sorry, this should be into multiplied by, so when I equal to 1 into cell size will give us 45, and when y equal to y into cell size will give us again 45, so it will be placed, the first cell will be placed at the position of 45. And now this will be frame image, and this will be x, this will be y, and this is 0, there is no rotation, and we are going to set it to cell size divided by, so in order to get this right position we need to get the cell size divided by width of the frame. So when you do that, you will get the right size, and we are going to put it in the right scale. So frame image get width, again this will be cell size divided by frame image get height. So this is anyway square, still it is better we do it as width and height. So let's end the loop here, same here. Okay, let's render it again. Okay, sorry, so this should be I and this should be j. Okay, so this is a spell mistake. Let's close this and try again. Okay. You see that? Now the grid has formed. But it is in horizontal. I wanted to have it in vertical way. So we just need to put it in right position. So here y is j, x is I. So it's going on right side to left to right. So we have to position from top to bottom. Okay, so this should be in reverse order. So this should be y, this should be x, because I is rows, which means from top to bottom, which is y axis, and this one columns is from left to right, which is x axis. So now it should create properly. So if I do love dot, okay, you see that? So from top to bottom it is rendering. So now we have the grid. I want to add a background color. So here what I will do, love dot graphics dot set background color. So in Love2D we have to give the colors from 0 to 1. Generally in RGB, if you go with 255 coding, you'll have to generally in RGB, if you go with 255 coding, you'll have to give the numbers more than 0 to 255, right? But here you'll have to give it from 0 to 1. So for that, what you have to do is, so if my color coding is 235, so just need to do divided by 225. Again 235 divided by 225. Again this time 224 divided by 255. Okay, now we'll get this background. Now I don't want to have an extra space on left and right side. Okay, like we have it here. So I want to have the window size with respect to the size of the grid. So we can do that. So for that we need to do love.window dot set mode of, so columns into cell size and rows into cell size. So column into cell size will give us the width of x axis, and rows into cell size will give us the height of the window. Okay, so this is how it looks like. I don't want the space on the left hand side, so I would like to remove it. Even on top it will be removed. So instead of from 0, I will loop from instead of 1 I will loop from 0, and this will be rows minus 1, and again this will be column minus 1. Similarly this will be from 0, rows minus 1, columns minus 1. Okay, now let's check again. Okay, now this is perfectly fitting, right? So let's add a title as well. So love.window.set title. So what is the name of the game? Minesweeper, right? Okay, now see, you can see the title of the game. So now I would like to place the mines on random positions. So we have total 150 cells. In 150 cells I would like to place 15 mines in random positions. So the total mines, okay, mines total equal to 15. So for that I want to get the mine image, then I will load the mine image mine image equal to love dot. Okay, so I'm just filling it in because it's the same as above. So in the init grid itself, let's create the mine loop. So first of all, I would like to have its own array, or they call it as table in Lua. So let's have a table. The name of the table is mines. So here itself, let's add the mines. Okay, and in the mines, so actually we can reutilize the grid for different purposes, but we are learning, right? So I don't want to complicate it. So I would like to create multiple arrays for multiple reasons, so that it will be clear of what we are doing. Once you become an expert, you can do it in most optimal way. Okay, now I'll add the mines here. Mines of I and j initially will be false. Okay, which means that if there is false, we cannot create a mine. If it is true, then we'll create a mine. So I'll show it to you. So here we are creating a grid. So the next one, displaying mines. So love dot graphics dot draw of mine image, same x comma y comma 0, cell size. Okay, I'm just filling it in so that it will save some time. Okay, so this will create mines in all the positions. Let's take a look. Okay, so this one is J. Sorry guys, I keep making silly mistakes. Okay, now you can see the mines are placed everywhere on every cell. So we don't want this much of size, so we will simply reduce it. So the cell size is 45, right? So let's reduce it by 20. Okay, and see what happens. Okay, now these are little smaller. I think this size is fine, but we need to place it in the center of the cell. So for that, let's add x of 10 and y of 10, so that we are reducing the size of it by 20 pixels. So if in order to get it to center, we need to do it by half. 20 by half, 20 of half is 10, right? So we are going to add x plus 10 and y plus 10. Okay, now it is in the position. Okay, so far so good. Now we'll have to place the mines in random position. So now we are having it on every cell, right? We will have to place only 15 mines in random positions. That's all, simple. So for that, let's create a randomizer. Okay, so I'll call it as, placing mines is fine. For I equal to 0, and from 0 to total mines is 15, right? So mines -1, we need to pick a random xy position in the table. So for that, there might be a issue where we might accidentally pick a position which has already a mine. So for that, we'll have to keep checking until we find a position where we don't have a mine. So for that, we can do repeat, okay, x equal to love.math. So I'm not going to show you the documentation every time, so you can check that yourself, right? So 0, so it is going to pick from 0, the position 0, till columns is -1 to the last column. Again y equal to love dot map dot random of 0 rows minus 1 until, so we will going to repeat until this not mines, until we find there are no mines. Okay, once we find there is a xy coordinate which we do not have a mine, then we are going to set that x y to true. Okay, so this happens until we get 15 mine positions. So once this is done, now we'll have, all we have to do is add a condition. If mines of I comma j is true, so we don't need to say is true, so it will by default take it as true. So we are going to create the mine. So let's try now. Okay, let's check 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So we have only 12 items. So let's do one thing, let's log this one to check if we are getting 15, if it is finding 15 mines or not. Log mines. Okay, and this one is j equal to 0, columns minus, if mines I comma j, sorry, I and j, then print mine at I and j. Sorry, this is mines. So you'll have to keep debugging, keep building. So even though if you're an expert game developer, you might make silly mistakes, right? Just like I am doing. Okay, so it is not logging. The reason is, I know the reason. So we'll have to create a config file, function of config of t, config dot log is true. I think this is what we have to do. I think console maybe. Let's try it. I forgot, to be frank. No, it is not logging. Let's go to the documentation. So these are the details of the config. So where is the logging? Okay, console, sorry. Okay, now let's try. Still it is not working. The mistake I have done is, it should be love.config and it should be t.console equal to true. Okay, now you see this. So we have only 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yeah, we have only 8. Let's do one thing. I think we swap with x and y. Let's do one thing to keep it simple to understand it better. So let's call it as, okay, this one is fine. For this one, instead of x, I'll call it as columns, and this one I'll call it as row. This is row, this is column. Again, this is row, this is column. Similarly with this one, instead of I, let's call it as row. This one as column, this one as row, this one as column again, row, column. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Okay, that was the issue. Everywhere let's change it to row and column, so that we don't have any confusion. Same here, this will be row, this will be column, this will be, sorry, this will be, okay, column, this will be row, this will be again row, this will be column. Okay, let's check if everything is working fine. Okay, these are 4 8 9 10 15. Okay, this is good. So we don't need to log it again, so I'll just remove it. So now we have placed all the mines. Now I want to place the text around the mines. So for now what I will do is, let's simply add a random text. We are displaying numbers. If mines, okay, if not mines, row of column, then love.graphics.print I'll put it as 0 for now, just to see how it looks like. X of 10, y of 10, 0, and scale I'll put it as 1. Later we can change it. Let's see. First of all, I want, so there are the numbers, but it's not visible properly because it's in byte. So for that, what I will do is I will set love graphics dot set color of 0, which will give us black, and again we'll have to set it back to 1. Otherwise all the other frames will also be set with different color. Let's look at how it looks like. Okay, fine, this is fine. Okay, this one let's do it as 2. Let's scale it to 2. I told you, right? So this is what the issue is. So it was strange for me when I was doing it first time. So I had to again add this color, set the color back to 1. Now it is good, right? So let's place it a little bit in center, and the text is too big for me, so let's make it 1.5. Okay, and let's position it a little center. Okay, this is good, right? So now the numbers around the mine should have the actual numbers instead of 0. Again, I will create one more table. So again I'll go to init grid. Here I will add the numbers of row equal to blank, and now here again I will add the numbers of row, comma, and column. Initially it will be 0. Now we'll calculate the numbers around the mines. Okay, so what we are going to do is we are going to loop through all the cells. One moment. Yeah, this is numbers, always spelling mistake. Okay, so now we are going to loop through all the cells, and we are going to check all the 8 boxes around it and see if there is any mine in the surrounding boxes. If yes, we are going to increment the number. So now it is 0, we'll make it 1. If there are 2, we'll make it 2. So likewise we are going to increment the number and store that value. Now let's add the program for calculating numbers. Again we'll set the same loop, row equal to 0, rows -1, column equal to 0, columns -1. So I want to identify each cell with each cell that has a mine, and I would like to check the adjacent cells of that particular cell. Let me show you. So I want to scan through each cell and identify the cell with mine, and I would like to check the surrounding numbers, and I will just increment the number. So currently it is 0, so I am going to increment it based on the number of mines we have in the surrounding boxes. That's it. Okay, so now if mines of row and column, then, so like I said, if we have a mine in that particular coordinate, then so we need new coordinates to check. So for example, we have a mine here, and this position is row 0 and column 14, which is 0, 14. If I want to check a mine here, it will be one less column, right? So which will be 0, 13. So I just need to subtract 1 from the column. Similarly, if I want to do it at the bottom, it will be same column but different row, so which will be 1, 14. Likewise, in all the cells we have different coordinates, so that we'll have to pick. For example, so this one will give -1, -1 will give you the top left box. So for example, if you look at this mine, you can see -1, -1 of this box will give you top left, and -1, 0 will give you the top box. -1, 1 will give you top right, and if I want to go left, it will be the same row, which is 0, -1, and if I want to go right, 0, 1. Similarly, if I want to go bottom left, row will increment by 1 and column will be -1. So this one is -1. Again -1, row will be +1, column will be 0. Again on the top bottom right, we'll have 1, 1. So this coordinates we are going to pick. So for that we'll have to do one more loop. I equal to 0, I equal to -1 comma 1. So why we are doing, if you see the coordinates, each row and column has coordinates of -1, 0 and 1. So that's what we are going to do. And for j equal to say -1, 1, that's it. Now let's create a new coordinate, new row equal to row plus I, and new column equal to column plus I. Okay, now next step is we need to check if this one is within the boundary, the new coordinate. So for example, if I have the cell 0, 0 where -1, so we don't have any row above, right? So this is the end. So I don't want to unnecessarily loop and waste the resources. So simply I would like to limit it if new row is greater than or equal to 0 and new row is less than rows and new column is greater than or equal to 0 and new column is less than rows. Only then we are going to increment the number. Okay, then numbers of row column equal to numbers of row column plus 1. Let's end all the loops. Okay, let's see how it looks like. 75. Sorry, this is not an array, so we don't need this. Okay, so we got the mines and the numbers are showing on the mines. I'm not sure if it is visible to you. Okay, so here it should be a new row, new column. Similarly, this is new row, new column. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we have the numbers around the mines, but these are not right numbers, so we'll have to fix that now. So we don't need the text boxes on the mines of same coordinate. So here mines of new row, new column, then okay, let's check again. Okay, so now we don't have numbers on the mines, but this numbering is wrong. Okay, so here it should be only 1, here it should be only 2, and here it should be only 2, so the numbering is wrong, so we'll fix that, but we are making progress. Okay, okay, this should be J. Okay, now it looks good. Okay, so let's test it. So here we have 2, and in 8 boxes around it we have 2. Similarly, this has 2, this has 2. Okay, looks like it is correct. Excellent. Alright, so we made good progress so far. So if you're still following this tutorial, which means that you might like this video. So if you can subscribe and like this video, it will be supporting for me, and I will know that people are interested in my videos, and it will help me to do more videos. Alright, thank you. Now I would like to add cover, like on the top of this one, each frame I would like to add one cover, so that when I click it, it will either reveal the number or the mine or no, all the blanks. For now, let's just add a cover. Same thing, love.graphics.rectangle. So we have a option called rectangle, and we'll have to add mode, which is fill, x, y, and width and height. Fill, x will be the x of which is already declared, y, and height and width will be cell size. Okay, let's see. Okay, because we need to add color, so here let's set the color. Yeah, this is the coordinates I was saving before. I was not remembering it, so again we have to add it back, the color to 1. Okay, okay, so let's reduce the size of it a little bit. Okay, maybe we'll set it to 5 or something, -5, and -5 of half is 2.5. 2.5 again. Okay, looks good, right? So if I click this one, we'll have to reveal that part. So for that, we have one more function called mouse click, as a mouse pressed. So function love.mouse.pressed. One moment, let me check the documentation. Mouse, love.mouse pressed. Yes, this one. Okay, love.mouse pressed. This one. So here X, Y button, it is touch presses. So we don't need everything, we just need X, Y and button. So X, Y, button. So button is the number of the mouse. So left click is 1, right click is 2, and mouse scroll, the middle button, is 3. Okay, so if button is equal to 1, left click, then so we'll have to set that particular cover as revealed. So for that, let's create one more table, local cover. Okay, again similar thing, in the init we are going to add the covers here. And initially covers will be true. If it is true, we are going to cover it, else we are going to reveal. So if covers of row column, then we are going to draw this one. Let's copy paste simply. This will be, oh, I forgot to define the cover image. So this will be cover image equal to love dot, let's simply copy paste this one. Oh, what am I doing? So there is no cover image, we did the rectangle thing, I'm sorry. Okay, let's try now. What is the error? 104. Okay, this is not complete, sorry about that. So button equal to 1, then we are going to get the particular coordinates. Let's do one thing, let me close this one. Okay, let me complete this function, then we'll check it again. So we need the row and column of the click position. So for that, let's do one thing, row equal to x divided by cell size, and whatever the decimal value we get, we're going to floor it. So if I get 1.7 or something, I'm going to set it to 1. For example, when I click the x equal to 50, let's say the x position is 50 and y position is 100 or something. So how do I get the cell value? So if I do divided by cell size, 50 divided by what is the cell size? 45, right? If I do 50 divided by 45, it gives us 1.11. So which is, we are in the first cell itself, so we are going to floor it, which will consider it as 1. Similarly, if I do 100 divided by cell size, which is 45, it gives me 2.22, which means that we are in the second column. Okay, you understand what I mean? So if I take the index from 0, so row 1, which means that it is second row, and column 2, which means that it is third column. So that's what we are doing, as simple as that. Again here, row equal to math dot floor of y divided by cell size. So now we know which column and which row, so it's easy for us to set the cover. Row of column is equal to false. Okay, now let's check. So this should be covers. I keep forgetting spelling mistakes. So what did we do for covers is true. I'm sorry. This should be row of and column. This silly mistakes. Okay, again now let's try. Okay, great. So if I click somewhere, it should reveal. You see that? Oh, I'm clicking somewhere and something else is coming up. So which is because row is Y and column is X. Okay, this is good. This is good, right? Amazing. So when I click the bomb or the mine, it should set the game as game over and it should reveal all the mines. So for that, let's add one more variable. So don't think that we are keep adding variables because it is needed. Because we have more variables, it will be easy for us to remember things. But once you become an expert, you will do it in much better, in much more optimized way. Okay, so here let's add a function for game over. Okay, so one thing I noticed is in Lua we should not have same names for variables and functions because it will consider it as same. I don't know. So in JavaScript it's not that way, right? We can have the same variable and function also with the same names, but in Lua we cannot do that. So initially I was confused. Um, anyway, so let's create a function game over. Maybe I will mention as handle game over. So the objective is to reveal all the uh, cells, right? So again we'll do row equal to 0, rows do, again column equal to 0, columns -1, sorry. Same with rows, it should be -1. Covers of row and column should be set to false. Set game over equal to true. And also here, if once it is game over, I don't want to give an option to click. If not game over, then okay, let's hit a mine. Okay, we got the mine now. It is not working because I did not call the function. Okay, if mines of row and column, then call this function. Okay, let's try again. Okay, it is working fine. Okay, let's check again. So if there is a blank, I want to reveal that blank, like all the blanks with the border numbers. Okay, so for that, let's create one more function. Function reveal covers or something, or maybe reveal blanks. So if there is no mine in that position and if the number is 0, which means it's a blank, right? So if numbers of row column equal to 0, then we are going to call reveal blanks function. With that, particular row and column. We'll just pass that row and column, otherwise we do not know which coordinates, right? Okay, now we have the coordinates. Again, we'll have to do the check for boundaries. If row is less than 0 or row is greater than or equal to, actually that won't happen, I guess. Yeah, but let's add it just to be on safe. Okay, column is greater than or equal to columns, then we're going to stop it here. We're going to return. Okay, so I want to store the revealed items. So when I get the blanks, I would like to store the revealed item somewhere. Okay, let's create one more table for that. I'll call it as revealed. Okay, so again here we'll add that revealed initially will be false, because we'll consider all of the revealed as false. Okay, so revealed row comma column is equal to false. So initially nothing is revealed, right? So it will be false. And if revealed of row column, so which means it is already revealed. If that is the case, then again we are going to stop it here. So when this has crossed, which means that it is not revealed, so we are going to reveal it now. So now this revealed of row column is equal to true. All right, then again we are going to look at all the 8 directions. So for I equal to 0, minus 1, 1, and for j equal to minus 1, 1. Again new coordinates, local, maybe I'll call it as x equal to, new row equal to I plus row. Again local equal to new column j plus column. Okay, this is also fine, right? And we are going to repeat this in loop. So we are going to call this again reveal blanks, new row, again new column. So before that I would like to check if it is within the loop, right? So if new row, I mean within the bounds, is greater than 0 and new row, sorry, this one is greater than or equal to 0 and new row is less than rows, and new column is greater than or equal to 0 and new column is less than columns, then we are going to call this function again, like it is going to be called in loop. Okay, now we set all the blanks, we reveal all the blanks. Now I would like to set the covers to false so that I can reveal all the covers. So let's okay, we can do it here itself. So for rows, okay, let's do one thing, let's not interrupt this function. Let's create a different function for that. Update covers visibility. Okay, so for row equal to 0, rows minus 1, column equal to 0, column minus 1. If revealed of this particular location, row and column, if it is already revealed, oh sorry, I forgot to, okay, we have set it already. If it is already revealed, then the cover of row and column will be set to false. Okay, let's simply call this function after this one. Okay, let's see what happens. Hopefully no errors this time. Okay, we have an error. Okay, so this is Lua, right? Not JavaScript. So wait, okay, I keep forgetting, sorry guys. So this is not JavaScript. Okay, something is working, but it's not exactly what we need it, right? So it is revealing everything. That's not what we want. Yeah, so this is wrong. So it is not stopping at the borders. Like, so if I click here, it should stop here, right? So this is the border. So when we have a number, it should stop. So that is not happening. So for that, let's add one more condition. If numbers of row column is greater than 0, then we are going to stop. Okay, it's good, right? Yep. Okay, it is working fine. Very good. So if I click here, it should expose the bond. Very good. Okay, this is working fine. So we are able to add all these things. And what next? So we need to identify the win. We need to add the mines count. We need to add a timer. So if this is done, it's done. So we need to add a flag as well, right? So let's add the flag. So this will be flag image. Flag image equal to love dot. Let's simply copy paste this one. Also let's add this dude as well, this guy. Okay, so I'll call him _0. Let's do one thing. This will be 1, this will be 2, and this will be 3. Okay, so 3 images, 3 variables. So this will be same, copy paste. So this is flag, this is dude _0, and this will be 1. Okay, so 3 images. Okay, so we have sad, happy, and normal idle. So based on game over, we are going to switch that. So if there is a game win, we are going to show the happy face. and if it is game over, we are going to show the sad face. So let win equal to, sorry, not let, sorry, this is not JavaScript, win equal to false. Okay, so let's put three things on the top. So one is mines count, the other one is this guy image, and third one is timer. So as of now we don't have the space on the top, right? So I would like to add space. So I want to bring this grid two steps down, like two cells down. So here it is starting from this row, right? So I would like to simply add cell size, 2 times of cell size. So what is the issue here? Okay, there is no 3. Okay. Okay, now it is 2 steps down. So here we are going to add mine count and this guy face and the timer. So as we added this down, we also need to increase the size of the grid. So here let's add rows into cell plus same cell size into 2. Okay, now it is little longer, right? But if I click the somewhere outside the grid, it is opening it, so we'll have to pass the coordinates also properly. We have repositioned the grid 2 steps down, right? Like 2 cells down. So here also we need to add cell size into 2. Okay, let's add one more bracket. Clear this one. Okay, great. So now we just need to add the text and this guy, and we need to just check the win, that's all. Oh, and also we need to add the flag. So here let's add one more button check. Right click, if button equal to 2, then same again we need to take the coordinates. I think we can simply do this one, we can reuse the coordinates, right? I mean reuse the variables. So if button equal to 2, then we are going to have one more table called flags. Okay, so I believe this is much easier to add more tables because we are saving everything separately. So flags of row, so initially flags will be false. Okay, initially it will be false, so we are going to set it to true. So when I right click, where is it? Yeah, when I right click, flags of row, flags of column is set to true. Okay, now we need to add this one here. Display flags. Let's just copy paste this one. This one will be flags. This one will be flag image. Okay, let's try. What did I miss? Okay. Okay, it is placing the flag. So if I click the flag again, it should remove the flag. Let's add that too. If we already have a flag here, then so this will be false. Else this will be true. Okay, let's check again. Okay, great. Okay, amazing. So we have also placed the flags. So now we need to add the mine count. Let's add the mine count now. I hope you are able to follow. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me on my Discord server, or you can add a comment. I'll try to respond to you. And also, if you need any help with your projects, and this is what I do full time, so I'm a freelancer. I develop games, and if you need any help with your projects, and if you want to hire me, you can contact me. Also, if you want me to do any tutorial on any game, let me know. If it is within my skills, if I'm capable enough to do it, I'll definitely do it. So let me know. Alright, so now what we are doing, yeah, we are adding mine count. So for mine count, we don't need it in the loop, right? So we don't need it in the loop. Let's do it out of the loop. Yeah. So let's do it here. So let's copy this one. Love.graphics.print. So here we are going to print mines and so in Lua we have to do dot dot. In JavaScript we do plus, right? So we do dot dot mines total. For now let's just see that how it works. X will be 0 and Y. Okay, let's see how it looks like first. I can't see anything. Okay, color, we have to add the color. I still can't see, so what am I doing wrong? So X is okay, X, and this will be 10. So there is no X, right? So we are out of the loop. Okay, so we have -15, that's what it is showing. So let's try to place it in the middle. I want to scale it down to 1, and maybe this will be 20 or something. Let's see how it looks like now. I think it's fine, right? Should I put it to 40? Okay, -15. So when I place a flag, the number of mines count should reduce. So for that, where are we adding the flags count? Okay, this one. So how do we count the flags? Should we do it from scratch again? So in JavaScript it was easy to just get the array size of the array, but in Lua I'm not sure how to do that. But what I will do is I will create a variable called flag count. Okay, wait. So here let's put this here. Flag count is equal to 0. So here we are already displaying the flags, right? So let's simply add the flag count here. Flag count equal to flag count plus 1. So here it should give um, total mines total minus flag count should give us the the number. Let's try. Okay, excellent. So now I want to check if all the mines are placed properly. I mean all the flags are placed on the mines properly, sorry. So for that I need one more variable called, I'll call it as mines fixed. Okay, so if I place the flag on the right position, on the right mine, then this count will increase. So where are the mines? So if mines at that position, so check, I'll call it as check mines found. So if at that position we already have a flag and we also have a mine, then increment the count of mines fixed. Mines fixed is equal to mines fixed plus 1 end. And if mines I want to add a win condition now. Wait, let me create a function first. Function handle win. Okay, so we'll set win true, game over also true, okay. Simply I will just I'll simply let's simply remove all the covers and see if we are placing the flags properly or not. Oh, first time I mean in the first attempt I lost. Okay, let me try again. Okay, I'll try to win this time. Of course, even last time I tried to win, but I lost. Oh no, I placed it in the wrong position. Okay, anyways, so I have placed all the flags like except this one. I'm placing everything fine. So far so good. So let's finish the rest of the thing and we'll try again. So the next thing is I would like to add this guy. So where is the function to draw? Yeah, this one. So now we have added mine count. Let me add this guy now. So the position, yeah, let's copy this one, paste it here. So this guy is, wait a minute. So we have 3 frames, right? So in order to switch the frames, what I will do is, if win, then guy equal to, so this should be 1, right? So yeah, 1 is the default one, so we need 2. Okay, sorry, 3. Else if game over, then guy equal to 2, else guy equal to 1, end. So now we are going to use guy. Okay, so we need to use guy image. So this one will be same y value, which is 40, x. For now let's put it as 40, we'll change it later. Scaling, let's put it to 0.5 because the image is too big for the screen. Okay, so if I click any bomb, this guy should, yeah, working. Okay, great. So this is too big, so let's set it to 0.1. Okay, so this size is good, I like it. Okay, maybe we'll put it to 20. Okay, now I want this guy to be at center. So for that, what we can do, screen width, let's get the screen width or window width equal to love dot, I think it's graphics, get width. So we are going to get this guy into center. First we need the size of the bit, and this guy's bit, we'll minus it and we'll divide it by 2. Guy position equal to guy, 1 minute. So guy get width okay, so this guy position of x should be this one. So let's see, 36, what is the error? Okay, this is I forgot the brackets. Index guy, oh god, so this one guy is not defined yet, so this should be here. He's out of the bound now, so we need to multiply the scale. We are doing, the scale is 0.1, right? So here we are doing 0.1, so that's what we need to scale into the width of this guy. Now let's see. Okay, now this guy is at the center. Now let's try to win this time. Okay, so far so good. Okay, so we placed all the flags, but the win did not work because I forgot to add this function here. So when I win, it doesn't work. It works when I make a mistake. Okay, so where should I put this one? Okay, we'll try again later. So now we need to add the third one, the timer. So initially the timer will be 0. So for timer we have a function. So function love.update, I think. Update timer equal to, sorry, timer equal to timer plus 1. Now let's add the timer here. Love.graphics dot print timer double dot timer. Okay, now let's see. Okay, timer, I can see timer here, but it is okay, it is doing delta time. Okay, it's not in the right position as well. The position should be so the width of the screen, width of the window minus maybe 30 or something. We'll check this later. Position is Y position is 40, rotation no, and scale is 1. Okay, timer is here. So now we need to set the color of the timer as well, right? Okay, this is fine, but it is incrementing like for every not second, maybe millisecond. We need to change that to second. So I want to have our minute and second. So timer text, let's first put this text into this variable, then we'll get the size of it, I mean the width of. So timer text width is equal to timer text, sorry, love dot graphics dot get font timer text. One moment. So is this how we do it? So it's only one column. Get width. Now again we'll set the timer x is equal to window width minus timer text width. Okay, so let's position this one here. This one is timer text. Okay, let's try again. Okay, the issue is we need to put this here. Sometimes this is a new language, so I'm getting confused. So timer is on the right hand side. This is fine now, but it is running too much. But I think it is working fine now. So we'll check that later. So I want to convert this into hours, minutes, and seconds. So for that, what we can do, let's create one more variable. Hours is equal to, so timer divided by 3600 will give us the hours. Now local is minutes, timer percentage of 3600 divided by 60 will give us the minutes, and local seconds equal to timer percentage of 60 will give us the seconds. Okay, let's format it now. Timer text is equal to string dot format of. So this is a predefined format, so okay, we need to remember it, comma. So we need to floor each item like hours, minutes and seconds. Okay, let's try now. Okay, sorry, I forgot about this one. So we need to add this one to here, right? Timer text. This one will be timer text new. Okay, okay, this is great. So we need to set this one also here. Let's try again. Okay, okay, the timer is working fine. Hey, what happened? Why this is revealed? Okay, and this why win is false. Handle win, we have an issue with handle win. So handle win. Oh, okay. Okay, wrong. This is wrong. So if mines fixed is equal to mines total, then we will run this function. Okay, let's try now. I think it's double equal to. Okay, let's try to win this time. Oh, okay, every time I'm saying the same thing, but something is going wrong. So the mouse click is going wrong. So let's add a condition here. If the row is less than 0 and row the row is greater than or equal to 0, is it correct? And row is less than rows and column is greater than and equal to 0 and column is less than columns. Only then this function should work. Okay, so now the click is fine. Okay, it is working fine. Let's try to win this. The timer is not running. Let's fix that later. Sorry, not here, here. Okay, excellent. This time I won, and the timer is running now. Okay, so it should be the opposite. We are done. We'll just need to fix the timer. So this should be not game over. Okay, excellent. So this is done, right? So if we recap, so we have added, um, so we have created main.lua file and config.lua file. So here in the config we have added console as set the console as true, so that we will be able to print in the console. And we have created a grid with the predefined rows and columns. We have set the timer, cell size, mines total, and we have all defined all the images from the asset folder. We have created different tables, and we have set a boolean for game over and win. So on the load, we are loading all the images, we are setting the background, we are setting the size of the game, and also we are setting the title of the game. Then we will initialize the grid. We are creating all the grid. We are adding mines on the random positions. Then we have added the numbers around the mines. Then we have added the covers. So when I click the cover, it will reveal only the blanks. I mean, it will reveal the numbers or the mines. So if it reveals the mine, it is game over. So if I click on the blank, it is going to reveal the blanks around me with the border numbers, right? So once you place all the flags and the flags are equal to mines fixed, then you win. And finally we have added mines count and this guy to have an expression, like if you win or lose, he will show an expression. And you have also added a timer. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like it, please like it. I mean in the video. Also please subscribe. If you can support me with your subscription and share it with people, it will be encouraging for me to do more videos. So this is the first video I have ever done with Lua, with Love2D, but I liked it. I would like to further explore this game engine. If you want me to develop any more games on this game engine, please let me know. And if you have any work for me, so that I can help you and you can help me, please let me know. So you can contact me or reach out to me on my Discord server. So you can get the source code in the mentioned link. So I will provide that link in the description as well. Alright then, you have a nice day. So see you in the next video. Bye bye.